Well, welcome. This is Selling Houston P.O.V. I'm Bernard.
And I am Ebony Royal. Why you forgot your last name again?
Bernard Lewis, I guess.
Nah, I always got to mess with you.
It's okay. So, what's been up?
Man, listen. I'm excited to talk about our topic today. I think it may get a little personal.
Personal. Yeah. We love personal.
Oh, yeah. Since I threw you under the bus the last episode.
It's okay because I actually feel better because I talked about it. Sometimes we as Americans and we as African Americans, let's just go there. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we just kind of bottle stuff
it up. Yeah.
Put it all in there and just put the biggest cork you can and just.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Feel better. It's good. Things
good.
Are fixed. Things are well. So.
All right. Good. All right. So today's topic is why live in Houston? Why is Houston so, in my opinion, amazing? Amazing place to live. So you're from here, Bernard.
Born and raised. I was born in a hospital by the name of St. Joseph. It's in the downtown area.
Okay.
And I live across the street from it currently.
So you've always been central Houston. You've never did the suburbs or have you?
Yeah, so we lived in the suburbs. We originally went to elementary in the Missouri City area in Houston. Ridgemont, I don't know if you know that school, Ridgemont and Crystal McCullough, and I was supposed to go to Willow Ridge, and my mom was like, nope. And I was like, I don't think I want to go there.
So why not? What was the
Willow
deal?
Ridge was just, just different.
Yeah. Okay.
So I finished middle school at North Shore, and then I finished high school at North Shore. So we moved.
I know a lot of people that went to North Shore. I'm like, yeah, that's like the school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So super small school district too. So we moved from the south side, if you will, southwest, kind of to the northeast side. So it was a big change. And it was so funny when I moved. One of my friends moved to the exact same school from my old school.
Okay.
And we finished school together.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It was so not planned, obviously. But yeah, so as far as being in the city, like I love the city.
I'm starting to really, really enjoy the city.
Yes. Yeah. It's just easier to move around and feels good to not have to leave home 45 minutes early, an hour early to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can be there in 15.
Well, but okay, so you were born and raised in Houston. Mm-hmm. So, and you've never lived anywhere else, right? So your perspective is completely different than mine.
Would I go somewhere else? Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I love Austin, Texas. I think Austin, Texas. I would not leave Texas. I am a Texas realtor. Let me be clear. So I don't want to do no more schooling unless it's my broker's license.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, I would. Dallas is okay. It's cool. It's a mimic of Houston though, right? But Austin just gives me California vibes.
You think Dallas is a mimic of Houston?
Roundabout. It's not for me.
People say that it's completely different.
It is completely different, but from a city, from like a volume perspective and like a population.
Yeah.
It looks, it's different, but it's the same from that aspect.
Yeah. So what makes Houston different in your eyes? Like what, when because you and the Nicole Handy team, you guys do a lot of relocation.
We do.
A lot of people moving here from Houston. So what's your spiel when you talk about Houston and why it's a great place to live?
First of all, I mean, I hate to make it about me because, I always want to talk to them and see what is it they're looking for. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people that are coming here due to, they really want better education for their kids. And I completely understand it. Those that do come here, we do refer them to sites to kind of help them figure that out. Once we get that all finalized and figured out, then they kind of say, well, hey, I like blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Then we can and then I can tell them about that area. The cool thing about me versus others is I used to have a business, a major franchise that is, it was my franchise, but it was a franchise of a company, fully branded company that you probably see their commercials daily. And probably had no idea that I was a part of it. I probably shopped in my stores and didn't know.
So why don't you just share? Or is that something?
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah, we can share it. I used to own and operate a T-Mobile franchise in the greater Houston area. And my business partners and I, we had about 9 locations. We were on every side of town. So from a demographic standpoint, when I tell you I understand, I understand. When I tell you I know, I know. So there are realtors that, get their license and like, yeah, I know. No, I own the business on that street and I can give you the coordinates to that location because like I know it. And I can speak to things like, how was it being in business over there because of the demographics, and was it good? Was it bad? What's coming in over there? Before we signed the lease, we had to look at demographics to see from an income perspective. We looked at race. Race didn't really matter, but it was more so income.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Do they have money to shop here? Yes or no?
Right.
Before we sign a 5-year lease. It's a big commitment. So anyways, when I say I know. And we had locations all across Houston. So that's what's kind of really helped me fast forward my real estate career because of my knowledge for certain areas or all areas.
Yeah.
Because I was there.
Because you were there. Yeah. For years. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you speak to? Like, what are some of your favorite places to eat? Or like, what's your favorite thing to do? Like, what is it about? Again.
You really want to know my favorite place? So my favorite place.
Oh, Lord. Is it the place that we go to all the time?
That is one of my favorites. Okay. But my favorite that I've been eating my whole life would probably be Papados.
Oh, yeah.
Papados. If you're not from Houston or you're not from the South area, you probably don't know what Papados is. But
a lot of people know about. I'm not sure.
They're in the South. So they has Dallas. There's one in Atlanta. There's a few in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's only in the South. But if you're not from the South, if you're from the North or the West.
I feel like a lot of people, more and more people know about Papados now.
Let me tell you something. I've been eating it all my life, literally. And I love it. That is the favorite place.
And Bernard, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Papados was like your number one.
Absolutely. And I currently eat there twice a week. So.
Twice a week. Okay.
I don't cook, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your favorite place to eat. What else? Like, what's your other landmarks that you feel make, other landmarks that you feel make Houston unique?
So a lot of people don't notice, and I tell them, they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. So not on the best terms with my dad, but he did make Houston history. He was a part of the original construction crew, or the construction crew that built the NRG Stadium.
Okay. That's an interesting fun fact.
So as a kid, we got tickets to the first game. Google it. First game with the Houston Texans was the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Yep.
So you were in the crowd.
I was in the crowd, and everybody in there was some part of the construction team. It was the technology people. It was the actual people that put it together. It was the framers. It was everybody. I don't think it was really a lot of just regular consumers in there.
Okay.
But I felt like the in crowd. I was like, yeah, Dad put it together. What's next?
Right. Well, I mean, personally, you guys may not know, but I'm from New Orleans. I'm sure you can hear my twang,
Yeah, shit.
That's our thing. Yeah, shit. I definitely probably have a different perspective. Yeah, for sure. So I came here via Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Yes, 2005. I've been here.
Been here a minute.
And let me tell y'all something. I'm going to just be honest with you. I was trying to get away from my people from New Orleans because they were coming out here acting a plum fool. Okay?
I
ended up in Pearland. I was like, where is there a place I can get away from this? Because they are out here just losing their minds. So I ended up in Pearland, and I have been in the Pearland area now for 15 years. And, but what I really loved about Houston, and I got my real estate license, within months of hitting the ground. Why are you looking like that?
Before you say that, I want you to share your real estate journey. You obtaining your license, you even signing up for the license, if you want to share that.
I shared it in the previous episode.
It was before we recorded.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh my gosh.
But you can make it quick because I do want to know your Houston journey, but I want you to give that place a shout out.
I so should. Yep. Okay. So when I came here, so I was a business owner in New Orleans. I had a clothing boutique. And so when the hurricane happened, I was actually in Las Vegas on a buying trip, buying for our second location that we were opening the week of Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
Not
okay, yeah. So we were opening our second location. And so while we were in Vegas, the whole country just really, really came together to support us, the people from New Orleans. And they told us that we could basically pick a plane ticket and go anywhere we wanted to go. So most of our family had driven to other parts of Louisiana, and some had driven to Houston. And I had family here. So my best friend and I decided to come to Houston. And it was like, okay, now what? We've basically lost everything. So what do we do? And my dear cousin who passed away, last year, he was a loan officer. And he said, you have the personality to be a real estate agent. You need to go get your real estate license. And I get people all the time that come to me to get pre-approved that don't have realtors. And so I will be sure to refer you. And that's how, I got started. However, I picked up the phone, I did my research, and I found that Champion School of Real Estate was like the popular, school to go to.
Still is today. This was 16 years ago, 17 years ago.
Oh my gosh, that school is amazing. And I called. So I called to get information, and I was like, okay, so what do I need to do to start? I got the receptionist, and I don't know how we got in the conversation, but she found out I was from New Orleans. And she's like, oh, wow. She was like, so you're here from Hurricane Katrina? I said, yes, ma'am, I am. She said, hold on one moment. She got off the phone, took her a little while, and she came back on the phone, and she said, I spoke to the owner of our school, Rita what's her?
Santa Rita.
Santa, yeah, something like I can't remember her last. I'm so sorry. But Rita from Champion School of Real Estate, the owner, basically said, let her attend school for free. We are going to waive her tuition. And so she waived my tuition, and I went to real estate school, and I passed my test first try, because when you're in desperation mode, like I was in desperation mode, it's like you're tunnel vision. I went to school, studied, took my test, and became a real estate agent.
I heard that Anthony got her real estate license for free. For free.
And I keep saying that I need to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with you if you want to go back.
Yeah.
She's still licensed. She's still successful. And I do believe Miss Rita deserves a hug, a thank you, something.
She does. I've literally been just going through life, and I do need to really reach out to her and thank her. So I said all that to say is that, so as a real estate agent, automatically I'm exposed to the city. Mm-hmm. I'm driving everywhere, y'all. That 610 loop, we got to know each other real good. Like I must have drove that loop, I don't know how many times trying to find my way. But that's how I was introduced to the city. And And what I just love about Houston is the diversity.
We are very diverse.
Oh my goodness. Every culture, I call it a big old gumbo. It's like a big gumbo. It's like a melting pot. You got sausage and shrimp and
not you finna make a pot of gumbo.
Yes. So, so the diversity, the restaurants, y'all, I love to eat. And I love fine dining. I really do. So right now, one of my favorite places is Steak 48. Even though it's local to Houston, I do love it. And of course, I love the Turkey Leg Hut. I love Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, all the staple places in the city. And again, I don't care what they say, we still have some of the most affordable housing.
We do.
Because of what you get for the price.
Absolutely.
I mean, you get these new, 3,500 square feet homes in great communities, all these amenities, great schools, and you have so many to choose from. There's not that many cities that offer that. No.
Coming from New York, you're going to get, 1,500, 1,600 square feet.
Yeah.
Window units. Okay.
Yes.
For about $450.
Yeah, it depends on where. Yeah, it depends on where you're coming from. But for most of the country, like I said, moving from big cities, moving here, yeah, you get a lot for your money. Mm-hmm. A lot.
Hence why we have so many people moving to Houston, because Houston is first of all, it's a vibrant place, right? Yeah. It's a bunch of walk of lives.
Yeah.
And we love it.
Yeah.
And affordability, it's still here. It depends on who you're asking.
It depends on who you're asking. That's very true, Bernard.
But I do indeed think it's here.
Well, I feel like to locals is unaffordable. Like to locals is out of the box. It's like, what in the heck happened? But you still have people that, like you said, are coming from California, from New York. And when they see a listing that has a pool and an outdoor kitchen and it's 3,700 square feet and it has a spiral staircase and it's listed for $650,000, they're like, what? I'll pay you $750.
Yep.
It's
ladies and gentlemen, that creates a new comp for that subdivision.
Yes, it does. So,
I mean, that's the reality. In my opinion, yes, things are kind of skyrocketed at a fast pace.
Yeah.
But I think our market had been, I don't know, I feel like it was too low for longest.
We were behind the gun.
We have been behind.
Yeah.
And shame on you for not buying when you could have bought before. You could have bought, you could have sold.
At 2.8%.
2.8, but also at 7% when the homes were cheaper. When 27 or 2,800 square feet cost you $170,000, that's not realistic. Like, that doesn't even make sense anymore to me.
Yeah.
But shame on you because you missed out. Are there opportunities still? Yep, absolutely.
There are still opportunities. I think that's important. The other thing that makes Houston, to me, amazing is the opportunities. Right?
Absolutely.
So we're not just, back in the days, we were known to be the oil, all about oil, all about the oil companies. Mm-hmm. But now we have, one of the top medical centers in the country.
The number one cancer center.
Yes.
MD Anderson.
Yes, MD Anderson. So you have a robust medical field. You have a robust technology field. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very, very, very
Some of the best engineering schools at Prairie View A&M University.
Why don't make me slap you? That's what I'm talking about. Prairie View. Yes, I love it.
Yeah. So what is another cool thing about Houston?
NASA.
NASA is here, right?
Yes. Oh, let's not talk about the universities. How many universities?
They're literally on every corner, like they're small. Yeah.
Right. You have Rice, you have TSU, you have U of H.
Houston Baptist University.
Houston Baptist.
And they're literally on the corner.
Yes, yes.
I mean, a corner, but they're sitting on acres. But it's weird because it's like, what the heck?
Yeah. So I feel like that's also one of the differences, even though New Orleans has some good universities, you know, they have Xavier, they have Tulane, you know, they have Dillard, they have, you know, other universities out there. But there is just a plethora of educated African-American people here.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, the higher education among Black people here is insane. I don't necessarily see that so much in New Orleans. You know, I don't see that is as big of a focus as it is here. It's almost like if you're here, people it's just a not even a thought, you know, that they usually do, you know, go on to college.
Yeah. One of the cool things about Houston is the Mr. Tillman, the Rockets owner.
Yes.
Not only does he own the Rockets, but he pretty much owns majority of the nice restaurants here. So whether you're going to the Rockets game or you're going to Mastro's Steakhouse, or you're going to, heck, even Joe's Crab Shack. I'm just from a low level to a high level. You paying money to him.
That's a good way of looking at it.
That is. Yeah. Saltgrass, all of that. And some of these places are national, right? They're in most of the states.
Yeah.
But that is a cool thing about Houston is that, you know, he owns the Rockets. He owns half of Galveston, right? The Kiva Boardwalk.
Yeah.
It's just so much that gentleman owns that you just giving money left and right, whichever way you go.
Yeah.
It goes to him.
I have a question though. I know we have a lot of new agents that watch our podcast.
Yes.
What's some advice for new agents that aren't from here? You know, they're brand new.
Not from the city?
Not from Houston.
We have a lot of agents not from the city?
There's quite a few.
I had no idea. I knew we had a lot of agents, but I didn't know.
Yeah, we have quite a few. So new agents that are not from the city, they don't really know Houston.
Had no idea.
What's some advice that we could give them?
So I would say first thing is please don't play the comparison game, right? Because sometimes we're like, oh, I want that, and I want to. You can't be that. You can be what you can be, and right, and what you put your mind to. But trying to mirror somebody to the T could hurt, right? Because it sometimes you're not able to do it exactly the way they do it, and you may not have the knowledge level that they have. So don't play the comparison game. I would say if you're not from here, please learn about here. Find out what are the hot spots. Find a niche, right? What area do you want to know more about? Or maybe the area that you currently live in, right? Whether it's Spring, whether it's Katy, whether it's Tomball, New Caney, Porter, Humble, Crosby, wherever. You learn about those places. And it's a lot easier to learn about those places because you live there.
Right.
You live there. You probably grocery shop there. Become the expert in that particular area.
Become the expert.
And you hold a real estate license. So if you're uncomfortable with helping someone, refer it out. With that license, you can ask for
That's
XYZ.
That's a great
You don't have to take on everything. That's the whole point of getting a license.
That's a great point.
To be able to refer stuff out and ask for a certain percentage. Now, don't get greedy. You're not doing the work. But that license will allow you to ask for more. What is it unlicensed agents get? $50 or $200 or
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's very minimal.
Yeah.
But having a license will allow you to do that. So yeah, if you're uncomfortable with a certain area, refer it out. Like, hey, I'm great, but this person works that area a little bit more. And they can make sure you get the best support.
Yeah. I would say for sure become an expert in your area. Wherever you live, start there.
Where you live, work, and play.
Right. But here's the thing. I mean, we can say that, but from experience, you're going to go where the money is, right? So
That's
if you
correct.
I don't care if you live in Pearland, but you happen to have a client that wants a house in Conroe, you probably gonna get in the car and drive to Conroe.
And that's okay. Do a little bit of research though. Anything coming up in Conroe? You know, like that type of stuff.
Don't just hop in the car.
Right.
I mean, obviously, but I do think that you can't be an expert in everywhere. But when you're starting off as a new agent, it is hard to just be in your area. You know, you got to make money. So if it means for now that you need to go out there to get money, but then all of your content is about, you know, going to your local bakery or your local coffee shop or, restaurant or, anything that's in your neighborhood, your content needs to be, geared towards your local area. But if you get a lead that's somewhere else, are you going to turn down? No, just go. You'll learn the city eventually. Yeah. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Don't beat yourself up about it, but do a little bit of research. Like, what's going on, what's coming over here, anything about that neighborhood, anything exciting. If it's a new neighborhood, how many houses they have coming, some neighborhoods we sell one day, but, the salesperson may tell you that it's another 1,500 homes coming.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean for your buyer? That's added value because every time they build a new house, they go up in price.
Absolutely.
So things like that helps. So yeah. I hope that helps.
I hope so. I always want to make sure that we help out our new agents.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one day we'll probably invite one or two.
Ooh.
Just actually experience since Ebony's the trainer.
Oh, man. Okay. So, gosh, we got to pick one. So, so definitely Houston is a wonderful city to live in. And if you need information about relocating to Houston, contact myself at eRoyal Realtor or Bernard.
Yep.
At?
My Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just type in Lewis, VERNARD, LEWIS, or you can do at Selling Houston P.O.V. And if you want to talk to Ebony, put Ebony. Want to talk to me, put me. You want to talk to Aisha, put Aisha. And we will make sure that they get that message so that they can reach out to you and help you on your real estate needs here in the Houston area.
Yes.
And I think Aisha sells in Dallas too, so depending on the price point.
Like, subscribe, and share.
That's Selling Houston POV. Y'all have a good day.
All right.